The South African Federation of Trade Unions has called on workers to unite against what it describes as a capitalist government. Hundreds gathered outside the union buildings in Pretoria yesterday for the Federation's May Day rally. Newzroom Afrika's Katlego Legodi has the story.
The South African Federation of Trade Unions commemorated Workers' Day at the union buildings in Pretoria. This as unions have faced numerous challenges in recent years.
The unions under Saftu must unite in order to gain momentum in ensuring that the work which has been done for over decades cannot just be reversed on a mere spear campaign by others within the Federation trying to degenerate the Federation.
The challenges that we are facing at the facilities, even in the hospital, is that the fact that the EPWP are not permanent, they are contractors. So when they go to strike, we face a challenge that there are no admin, there are no more clerks that help the permanent staff. And even the cleaning, we only have 2 permanent cleaners at our facility. So I think those people must be in-sourced just because they are breadwinners, there are children that are relying on them.
Many are still pinning their hopes on the 5-year-old federation to address issues facing workers. Some affiliates and their leaders took the opportunity to address challenges plaguing the federation.
Go tell the workers, the unions are no longer the same. The union is not longer the same. Hamban Makaban, go set the workers free. If your particular union is working like a political party, set those workers free.
Every action by the ANC government now, whether it is the insolence of corruption in the middle of a pandemic or in the middle of a flood, or what they do in Parliament, is in fact a demand on the part of the working class to remove not only the capitalist system, but the government that upholds it.
Saftu's General Secretary Zwelinze Mavavi delivered the keynote address, highlighting the challenges on the ground.
Cyril Ramaphosa is one of the arch enemies of workers, not because we don't like him, but because we know that he engineered the killing of 34 workers in Marikana in one day. How could we forget that as workers? How could any worker forget that? How could anybody forget that last year workers in the public service received 0 wage increases? How could anybody forget that in 2020 the government reneged and refused to implement an agreed-to agreement with the very same head of the state, who today they are marching together against what and against who, when the enemy is walking next to them and holding their hands.
The Saftu rally closed off with the signing of a memorandum of demands directed at President Cyril Ramaphosa. An official from his office accepted the document, promising to look at the issues raised by workers. Union members have vowed to continue with demonstrations on the ground until they see change. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Katlego Legodi at the union buildings in Pretoria.